The temptation and fall of man. Now the serpent was more cunning than any beast of the field which the Lord God had made. And he said to the woman, Had God indeed said, You shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said to the serpent, We may eat the fruit of the trees of the garden, for the fruit of the trees which in the midst of the garden God had said, You shall not eat it, nor you should touch it, lest you die. Then the serpent said to the woman, You will not surely die, for God knows that in the day that you eat it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree desirable to make one wise, she took it of the fruit and ate. She also gave her to her husband with her, and he ate. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and that they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves coverings. And that they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of the Lord God among the trees of the garden. Then the Lord God called to Adam and said to him, Where are you? So he said, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, Who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree which I commanded you that you should not eat? Then the man said, The woman who gave to be with me, she gave me the tree, and I ate. And the Lord God said to the woman, What is you have done? The woman said, The serpent deceived me, and I ate. So the Lord God said to the serpent, Because you have done this, you are cursed more than all cattle, and more than every beast of the field. On your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed, and he shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel. To the woman he said, I will greatly multiply your sorrow and your conception, and the pain you shall bring forth children. Your desires shall be for your husband, and he shall rule over you. Then to Adam he said, Because you have heeded the voice of your wife, and have eaten from the tree of which I commanded you, you shall not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for your sake. In toil you should eat of it, and in the toil you should eat of it all the days of your life. Both thorns and thistles it shall bring forth for you, and you shall eat the herb of the field, and the sweat of your face. You shall eat bread till you return to the ground, for out of it you were taken, for dust you are, and to dust you shall return. And Adam called his wife, named Eve, because she was all mother of all living. Also for Adam and his wife and the Lord God made tunics of skin and clothed them. Then the Lord God said, Behold, the man has become one of us to know good and evil, and now, lest he put out his hand and take over the tree of life and eat and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent him out in the garden of Eden to the ground from which he was taken. So he drove out of the man, and he placed cherubim at the east of Garden of Eden, and a flaming sword, which turned every way to guard the way to the tree of life. Cain murders Abel. Now Adam knew his wife, and she conceived and bore Cain, and said, I have acquired a man from the Lord. Then she bore again, this time in his brother Abel. Now Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought an offering of the fruit of the ground to the Lord. Abel also brought of the firstborn of his flock of their fat, and the Lord respected Abel and his offering, but he did not respect Cain and his offering, and Cain was very angry, and his countenance fell. So the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry, and why are your countenance fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin lies at the door, and it desires for you. You shall rule over it." Now Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother, and killed him. Then the Lord said to Cain, Where is Abel your brother?" He said, "I do not know. I am my brother's keeper." And he said, "What have ye done? The voice of your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. So now you are cursed from the earth, which has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you till the ground, it shall no longer yield its strength to you. A fugitive and a vagabond you shall be on the earth." And Cain said to the Lord, "My punishment is greater than I can bear. Surely you have driven me out this day, and from the face of the ground I shall be hidden from." Sorry, what up? Your face. I shall be a fugitive, a vagabond on the earth, and it will happen that anyone who finds me will kill me. And the Lord said to him, "Therefore, whoever kills Cain's friend shall be taken on him sevenfold." And the Lord set a mark on Cain, lest anyone finding him should kill him.